Okay, what's up, Cowboys fans? So let's go ahead and go over this Redskins game. Well, it's you know, I guess from the offensive side of the ball, the main thing is not to be so overly conservative and so vanilla, and we just were not. It was just really the same old redundant offensive scheme that we had against the Giants, which we cannot have against the Redskins. Even though I don't think the Redskins defense is as good as the Giants, but still, we gotta change up the offense definitely. And I think that uh, that whole Romo friendly offense that we've had for the past how many years now, I think we need to change it from the freaking Romo friendly offense to the Dak friendly offense. And you got to have a Dak attack. We didn't really have much of a Dak attack the last uh, game, the first game. So I mean, and it wasn't Dak's fault. It was more fucking or receivers playing like idiots with Beasley dropping that, which was probably going to be a touchdown pass, or at the very least he would have made it to the 1 yard line. Uh, Dez having another questionable drop, which pretty much it was a drop. And then the heartbreaker with T. Willie not running out of bounds when we only had eight seconds left on the clock. So I'm definitely not going to blame Dak for it. It was only his first start, official start, and he didn't throw any picks and he didn't fumble the ball or anything like that. So I don't have any problems with Dak at this point. So, but I really want, as far as the play calling and the offensive game plan, I want it to be more Dak friendly. We need to have an aerial assault. We need to throw it down the field more rather than these fucking little dink and dunk passes. I mean, screen passes are okay every once in a while, but I mean, that was like every fucking play was just, little screen passes that get 2 or 3 yards or less than that. Little average slant routes, and just we need to move down the field more. I want to see some, kind of like how we did in the preseason game against the Rams in LA. That we looked fucking great. I like that offensive scheme. How come we're not doing that offensive scheme in the regular season? I don't get it, Some more trick plays would be nice. Use some variety, do a couple of end arounds to Lucky Whitehead. There's a lot of things we can do. We got to mix it up, and we got to have variety and forget about this Romo friendly offense bullshit that never worked anyway. And let's mix it up. Let's let Dak loose. Is what we have to do offensively. Now defensively, basically the main thing, and this is what I talked about last week. You got to put pressure on the quarterback, which we did not do at all in the first half. We started to do it a little bit in the second half. We came out, I was like, oh, good. We got, I think, 2 sacks on 2 different drives. We were able to sack Eli, I think on 3rd down, but we were able to get him. And then I thought, okay, our defense is stepping up. They must have got a tongue lashing in the locker room during halftime, so maybe they can hold up. But we couldn't score. We had a couple of offensive drives where we were 3 and out, or we only got like 1 first down, and because we couldn't get the running game going, and then it was just the same redundant offense. We couldn't do anything. And then when we would kind of move down the field, it'd end up in another freaking field goal. Oh, and that's another thing offensively we got to do. Please, for the love of God, get touchdowns and not field goals. That's a problem we've had for a very long time, is that we have these great drives and then oops, field goal. And then I love Dan Bailey, but I don't want him scoring on every drive. We got to get some touchdowns here. So that's another thing. Got to get touchdowns and not field goals. And then defensively, just put pressure on the quarterback. Just get enough pressure on the quarterback. That's the key. We couldn't. We did a little bit in the second quarter, but again, too little, too late. We didn't get him at all in the first half. So we got to get him. We got to get pressure on Kirk Cousins, and that will solve all of our problems. As long as I know we just signed that one defensive end from Jacksonville. I don't know if he's going to make any big splashes here or anything like that. But, so that's the main thing. Just as long as we put pressure on the quarterback, we'll be okay. And then offensively, like Shingo was talking about, we did great with the time of possession. But again, most of those ended in field goals or either that or they stuffed the run and we couldn't get anything done. So that rhymed. But it was true. Damn it. So that's the main thing. Offense has to have more variety. You got to change the game plan, the offensive scheme completely, and mix it up and let Dak go. Let's have a real Dak attack and just let him go and do his thing, and no more BS redundant Romo friendly offense. It's not just Romo friendly; it's also Garrett and Linehan. I think they're stubborn or something. I don't know what it is, but they always have to do the same freaking offensive scheme that doesn't work for shit. And again, it always ends in either 3 and outs or a field goal and no touchdowns. But yeah, defensively, just get to the quarterback and we'll be fine. And hopefully, Brandon Carr and the rest of the secondary can freaking cover because they got Deshaun Jackson, and, so they could torch us. Just like the Giants, I was like, oh, good. It's like we had time of possession. We had longer time of possession, and then the Giants already scored like within less than a minute. It was like, oh, so much for the time of possession. They're scoring touchdowns, and we're scoring only field goals. So that's why we lost. So we cannot have that this week at all. And by the way, if we go 0-2, we're fucked. There's no, if we go 0-2, I have like zero faith. Even though the Bears are beatable, the 49ers will more than likely be beatable. But, those aren't guaranteed wins either. And the fact that we have to play Green Bay and Philly, Cincy, the Steelers, the Ravens too, all of those teams, that's like the Giants again. So that, it's if we go 0-2, I just have like no faith at all. So we cannot afford to go not only 0-2 overall record, but 0-2 in the division. That's going to really be depressing, and I'm not going to have any faith at all in this team if we go 0-2 whatsoever. And then if you saw my pick-em video, I already have the Giants winning and the Eagles winning, so they're going to be 2-0. So if we go 0-2, but if we go 1-1 and then the Redskins go 0-2, then that's better. Then we can be in second place or possibly third place, depending on what the other two teams do. And then the Redskins can be dead last, and then we can be climbing up. But I don't know. We can't afford to be 0-2. I'm just going to not even. I won't pick the Cowboys probably the rest of the season if we go 0-2, even against the teams that suck. But anyway, so those are my thoughts for the pregame against the Redskins. I'll do my postgame video either on Sunday later that afternoon, or I'll wait till Monday. But yeah, so anyway, that's it. So we'll see what happens. Go Cowboys. Don't freaking disappoint me. And yeah, hopefully they prove me wrong, because I sure as hell didn't pick them this week, but you better prove me wrong, guys. But anyway, so peace out. Go Cowboys.